Boom. So, this is so bizarre to me. My buddy that I picked up from the airport had some really cool ideas. He likes doing films and things like that. I'm gonna take my glasses off so that it doesn't disrupt. Because having these on, you can see the glare pretty hardcore with the, you know what I mean? The what do you call it? So I'm gonna kind of explain. So my buddy is really into setting things up for like filming and stuff like that. So we worked like for a couple hours just like trying to come up with weird ghetto ways to set up my situation, right? So what I have now is a webcam here. This is like my face cam, right? I have two pencils that are taped to my computer monitor with a webcam sticking straight down, and look at how this looks. Actually pretty good, right? Now you can actually see what I'm writing. Way better, I think. I think it looks so much better. Now, you could say maybe I need a little more light here. Well, we'll work on that, you know. I have to still adjust some things and get some things figured out, but we'll get there in time. You can see the general, you can get the gist of it, right? We have that. I got a pop filter for Christmas. Not really sure why I even bothered getting a pop filter, but the clamp for the pop filter is here with my blue snowball microphone like swiveled in, and then right in front of me is my keyboard that's on two like bar stools basically. Now the only shitty part about this is I can't plug in headphones because it's all the way over there and it doesn't seem like it's that far. It's like right here. It's a little too far. I can't actually like hook up headphones and put them over there. But anyways, so that's the setup we're at right now. I'm excited to just test it out and see what it's going to be like. We also figured out this is a actually I have to mark this in. This is a decent setting for volume. Put a piece of tape over this just to kind of remember what volume to put it at for when I'm streaming. And that's going to be a decent setting. It's not too loud. If I need to turn it up, I can turn it up, and I can still talk. And we had to also amp up the microphone itself. Now, eventually, what I want to do is, I'm ordering a few things to make it less ghetto, so I don't have to tape pencils to my computer. I'm gonna get a mic stand for the webcam so that it kind of just goes straight down here. I'm gonna get like a lighting kit so that it makes a little more sense in general. One thing I want to try though, I want to see if this makes a difference. Okay, you tell me. Okay. Boom. I think that makes a huge difference. I guess everything's just a little whiter. I don't know. Opening up one of my bay windows for natural light is probably a decent plan, I think. So this is what the situation we're going to have right now. But let's just get into it. So last time that I streamed, we can shift over to here, take a look. Okay. We were working on a couple of different projects. We're working on this. We're also working on this. Okay. And what this was, I'll play it for you. The only shitty part about this setup too, not only the headphone thing, but I'm sitting on a chair and now I have to play like this, and this is really bad. You want to have it. You want to have your arms above, so I want to be playing up here like. That's why I always would play on one of these bar stools because it would stick me up higher. But unfortunately, I can't do that. It just doesn't make much sense with what I'm doing right now. So this stream is going to kind of be a little bit of a project to see if this setup is going to work. If it does work, I will remember it. Other thing I'm worried about is because the mic is decently far away, and I don't want to be too quiet. I think that this is quiet enough that you can still hear me while I'm talking, or still hear me while I'm playing. So if I have anything to say while I'm playing, you can still hear what I'm saying. I have the piano stool, which I'll probably end up using when I'm streaming, at least when I'm streaming this kind of stuff. So we have a pretty weird and cool setup. I'm excited to start using this, and it's not too far away from my desk that I can't write stuff down on. So we're working on that, right? Fortunately, I can't push this up too far. I can maybe tilt the webcam a little bit just to get done, but you can kind of see the gist of it, right? And then on the other side, we were working on this towards the end. I was trying to come up with sort of a I don't remember how I did this. It's at 120. 3, 4. Dun, dun. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah. So I was coming up with like originally it was supposed to be a jazz standard, but it kind of developed into this like, I don't know, something different. I was fooling around and then it just came to me, and that's kind of the whole point of doing this. Might want to move this up so that this doesn't shake every time I play. Okay, so that's what I was coming up with. Now, I don't know where that would fit in. I don't know what kind of thing that would be. We obviously have to develop that a little bit more, right? A lot of these things we will. The whole goal, I think, right now is, I think I mentioned this last stream, I'm going to create 10 just projects. So they say project number 1 through 10. And then once I've created them, and they're basically just going to be simple ideas, rough drafts to go off of. And after that, we're going to go back to the first project, and we're going to flesh it out and get it ready so that I can record it and throw it into Pro Tools and start working on it in Pro Tools. And that's kind of the goal. It's just to keep pumping out stuff as much as possible. And then once we get through those 10 songs, I'll move on to another 10 and just keep going. And, you know, throughout those 10 songs, maybe I'll drop one. Maybe I'll listen back to this like in a week and go, I don't like that as much as I used to. And we'll change something. Okay? So that's kind of the whole creative process of this. Now, while I was getting ready to set up the stream, I was playing around on this keyboard, just kind of get used to the feel of it, because actually, I wonder if I can pump this chair up a little bit more. Let's just take a look. Let's just see if it works. I don't think I can. I think this is like as low as, I also broke this chair a while ago, so like it leans like this, like back way too far. So that's not great. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also forgot to locally record this. Shoot. So I'm gonna have to pull this straight from Twitch. That's gonna be really annoying. Okay. Not a big deal. Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. So one thing that I was coming up with was for one of the projects that I was doing. Now, I don't typically want to go back in time to previous projects till I'm done with the first 10. But we're gonna do it in this case because it came to me and I was like, this is gonna be perfect. Right. So the project that I was working on was this space travel song. And then and it was. So I was trying to come up with, okay, so yes, I can have this. Right? So it needs more, right? So I wanted to record this and put it out there, or else I would forget. I know I would forget. I would totally forget that I came up with something. So a lot of times in spacey sci-fi type things, there is some sort of orchestra that backs everything up, kind of fleshes everything out. It makes it sound more full. And what I mean by that is we'll take a look at a quick example on YouTube. Because one of the main inspirations I was drawing from this was Mass Effect, right? Perfect example of some sort of, you know.
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Too, and that's also not what I wanted to find. I just meant, oh, I gotta put ODST. I always say that. OST, not ODST. I'm not gonna be able to hear it. But I think around here is when you're gonna start to hear some strings. There are strings throughout the song. I'm not going to be able to listen to it, though, because I can't turn up my speakers, because then it'll go into those, and then it'll confuse everything. But you need something to flesh everything out. You can't just have... There's got to be more to it. So I was thinking of this as almost an intro, or as a fade-in type of thing. You get some strings, and you go... And, well, how would I do this? Right? So, it starts off with like that more. And then underneath that, I was coming up with this too. But that's got to be something completely different. That also sounds like a Doom thing. And then I'd also come up with a Doom thing too. But anyways, I wanted to flesh it out with that. So what those chords are this. Play it on the piano so you can hear it better. So I guess the best way to define that was this is an F diminished chord right here with E. Now this could also kind of be defined as like D flat 7, but there's no D flat in the bass. The bass notes are a little different. So we have, or I guess it's the first chord, which makes it even more of a D flat 7 actually. That's the first chord, right? And the big thing is that top note that goes from here So let's write that out. And this would be, you know, some sort of like, I guess I could just put like strings, right? And that also gets pretty low. So we may end up switching what clef we're playing in. Oh man, this sucks because my webcam is in the way. There we go. Okay, there, it's better. I wish I'd focus a little bit more. It's alright. So we'll just put strings for now. And the notes that I'm playing are... Yeah, I'm going to have to use 2 clefs. No way. Don't ever write bass clef as bad as I do. I write a bass clef like an asshole. It's going to be that. It's supposed to be on B. It's absolutely terrible. Again, I'm not the best at this. And notating. You know, it's kind of important. Just quickly. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about focusing that out. I'm going to turn off the piano for right now so I can just... So the first notes are this. And we're just going to write them as generic quarter notes for right now. It doesn't make a difference how exactly we write them out. But the first notes are this, and then we also have a B, but it's a B natural. It actually probably should be on the other side, right? Yeah, because that looks stupid. Yeah. Oh well. And up top, we have E flat. We have F. And then we also have B. And that's still B flat. This is B natural though. The next chord is pretty simple. There's nothing to it really. It's really just E flat, A flat, and then F. And you can classify something like that as E flat minor. There's just no third in it, so it makes it a little more... Well, is it... Or is it... You don't really know. And I kind of like that about it. I think it's more interesting to have... And I may do the same thing with the next chord. I might do this, and then... Yeah, we'll see. Let me see how that sounds, actually. I like it with the third, though. Not that one, though. Or that one. I like that one without the third, too. I like doubling that, and then... Yeah, that's gotta be that. Or... one of the two. So, no, I like that. And then... I like that with the third, though. But the second one shouldn't be third. It shouldn't have a third in it. It should be just that, not... Yeah. So what it's basically going to be is the first chord that I play in the series will have some semblance of a third in it or something like that. The second chord will be ambiguous. So, as of now, you have it like that, right? And I'm just going to put this so that I can define the two. Next one is... Oh, do I like that more, though? Listen to them in sequence. Or... No, I like that more. I like that more defined. I don't know why. But to me, it sounds better when it's more defined like that. So this is going to be a D flat. It's going to be an A flat. And it's also going to have a... I guess I'll put C flat. And honestly, I should be putting C flat for this too, as to not confuse anyone. So why don't I just do that? Because it can drive people crazy sometimes. So we have, and then at the bottom we have E natural, or we could put F. I guess I should put F flat. I just hate doing that, because to me that just seems like such a waste. I don't know why. It just does to me. Okay. There's that, right? And And I like that without the... Well, actually, that does have the third, because the third is... So, there's no avoiding it. So those two have a semblance of a key. Oh well. I like how it sounds. It's all about how it sounds. If it sounds good, then it's fine. I think at this point, I'm not going to put C flat because we're kind of changing keys now. So I'm going to put B natural. And also... Oh, no, I should. So the reason I'm having this kind of like power struggle here with myself is because if I put B natural, well, the next... There's also another B. It's a B flat in that chord. So then I have to put B natural and then B flat in the same chord structure, and that just is stupid. You don't want to really do that. So you really should put C flat. It's just notationally correct. So that's what I will do. Is put C. God, I hate how that looks. And then we have G flat, and then at the base here we have this and this, right? And this is supposed to be C flat. Right? So it's also just define that as B flat, B major. That's how I would define it as. But you can't really write that out. It just when you have C flat in the bass and you write B flat or B major, it messes with people's heads. So we have, and then what sounds better? Wait till we get to that chord. Ready? Or okay. So the reason I'm leaving out the third in that one, in this, instead of, is because the third is C sharp. Well, that's kind of like the next prominent note in the next chord. So to me, if I went, it doesn't sound as good as, you can hear the melody line better, I think. So the next chord would be, which is A, and this time I'm writing A. I'm not going to write B double flat. That's just stupid. So you can kind of say that we're like changing keys at this point, but we're gonna do A natural, E natural, and I guess I'll put G just so that, and then does that sound better? Oh, right. Let's listen to it again. Or So now what I'm struggling with is, do I want this to have to double the fifth? Does it sound good that way? Well, I guess we have to just keep listening to it. So the two different chords that I'm playing here are this, which is an A major 6. What I'm playing is A, E, F sharp, or G flat, and then B and F sharp. So the F sharps are doubling, right? Okay. Or I'm adding another E to the top. Now, what's the point of this doubling stuff that I'm doing? Well, the point is, or I can even do, I'd rather fill out the bass. I think it sounds better filling out the bass. So the reason why I would do that is really all about the melody line, the inner melody line. Something that's kind of important that I think sometimes people don't think about when it comes to music is not just the melody line, but the inner voices that are going out throughout it, right? So if we go back to the first chord, so we have, you can hear, I'll try to make it more noticeable. You can hear that sort of. I'm gonna add a note to that actually. actually. I'm going to add a D flat here. Just having it 3 notes just doesn't give it enough. But now you can also hear, right? I wonder if that's even better. I know I keep changing my mind, but I'm just trying to be efficient about this. So I'm taking out F in this chord, and the reason why is because F is like the next big note at the top, right? We have, and I don't want to double that. I don't want to have F in there and then you've already heard the F, and it kind of anticipates it and doesn't have as big of an impact if it was, and you're not expecting F as opposed to, I don't know. To me, I guess I hear it. But yeah. And then along with that, you can also hear this inner voice when we get to here. The top note goes up, and it also goes down to E. You can hear that, and you can also hear, and from here, you can hear this go down. So, right? And then this goes from E flat to D flat. So my next big like inner voicing thing that I'm struggling with here is, do I want this? So I'm playing this chord, right? It's A, E, G sharp, or G sharp, G flat, B, and G flat again. So do I want this B to sound like it's going up to C sharp for the next chord like this? There's a fire. Go, baby. Oh, it's going down my street? Jesus. Anyways, do I want this B to sound like it's going up to C sharp? Like that? Or do I want to play an E on top of that and have it go like this? Like, or which one sounds better, right? Or you can kind of hear the difference. It's subtle. So I'm going to play them both in sequence, and we're going to just kind of listen to it and see how it sounds, right? Oh, I played that wrong. Do it again, right? Okay, or I like that more. So with that, I'm playing a B natural. I'm playing an E natural. And I'm playing G flat. Okay. So then it looks like. It's almost like I'm playing the exact same thing. I have this doubling going on. And then the next chord is this, which is a sick chord. I love that chord, which is G major, but it has a sharp 11 in it, which is the C sharp. Tritones are sick. So anyways, we have this. So this next chord is G. It's a G chord. I'm just gonna write flats. D. And I'm gonna write F sharp because we have a G natural in there, and I don't want to write G flat and G natural in the same thing. So, and then at the bottom we have I guess I will write it this way. We have a D flat. No, I can't write it that way. It doesn't make any sense. C sharp and A flat, right? And then we just move up to this. What sounds better to you? Or that first one does, I think. Which is moving everything and then having a So we have this, which is A flat and E flat. And then at the top, we have A flat, D flat, and E flat. Straight through the middle. Boom. And those chords can kind of underlie that might have to change. But that's simple, right? You just so we have. What's the next one? Shit. Right? I'm gonna shift that around. Meanwhile, you can even do. And then you got a song, almost. You have a bunch of pieces that need to fit together into a song. They don't yet, but they will at some point. Excuse me, I'm going to put some socks on. But while I'm doing that, let me kind of briefly explain my thought process with that. So, to me, at least, you need to have many, many layers of a song. You can't just start playing something unless it's something like I don't know, like an 8-bit piece, or I don't know. You need to have multiple things going on in a song. You can't just have one, especially nowadays. Different lines going on and things like that, so that you can hear those, and then it sounds more full. Because if you don't, then you just kind of have this. And it's, which is fine. I mean, like, if you use space the right way, it could be good. But if you don't use space the right way, it's not good at all. So that's like my first lesson of the day. So now we are going to go back into this. This is Project 5, the one I started working on. Refresh the stream real quick. There we go. I just realized that this is like off. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, sick, bro. Okay, I'm gonna grab. Well, no, I don't need to grab my phone. I was gonna grab my phone so that I can have another idea prepared. So when we're done with this, we can work on that. But we don't need that. So. What is going on? The whole thing is shaking so badly now because I'm like playing super loud, or I'm like getting into it. So like everything is shaking. So you get the general idea though, right? Oh. But you get the idea. That's kind of what I'm going for, right? However, we need to flesh it out. Right? Well, it needs to be more than just this. It's a basic idea. It's something that'll work for now. It's only 4 bars. It's not much. We need to create some sort of like next section of the piece, right? What do you do after? All right. It's pretty simple. There's nothing like too advanced, but it's in B flat minor, right? So where do we go from there? Where do we go from after this? Which is a D major 7 chord with a sharp 11. Where do you go from there? What do we do? Since we end on D and we don't end on B flat minor, you know, we can kind of go in a bunch of different directions with this. Go there. So where do we want to go? So I guess the next course of action is to just kind of fool around with it for a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Turn up the volume slightly. What I'm going to do basically is kind of see what comes naturally throughout this song. Something that I like to do quite often when I'm playing through something, or I'm like trying to come up with something to add to a piece. I will just kind of play through it a bunch and just see what comes up naturally after I play like the next chord. So after I play, see what comes up naturally to me, what I can feel. So I'm probably going to play through it a couple times and just kind of get an idea of the piece, and then we're going to just see what happens. We're going to try a couple different things, obviously, see what it sounds like, right? So. I'm thinking of a chord that will go kind of interestingly there. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's kind of a weirder one. Dude, what is going on? Whatever it is not good. That's what I'm thinking of, I think. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of that. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm actually, like, my fingernails bleeding. So I'm going to clean that up before I, like, keep playing on my piano. So let me go ahead and... But, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, my fingernail's bleeding. So I was, like, trying to hide it. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. So, yeah, I figured out what I was thinking of, so... So now what I'm going to do is continue with it. I'm going to be doing the same thing. God. That sucks, dude. I'm going to be keep doing that. Build off of that chord. That. And what that is just a D flat major chord, but it's D flat major 6. So I'm actually not playing the 5th, which would be A flat. I'm playing G. The cool thing, too, about it is that with this whole phrase, the B flat minor is on 1. So whatever I play before it it hits immediately. So go right back into it. There's no break, so it's not like I was doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I have to play through this 1, 2. Although that actually sounds kind of cool. So I'm wondering if that would make it more interesting. So instead of that, you do 1, 2. That actually kind of sounds cool, especially the. And if you did that without a drummer, or like there was a part where it kind of broke down, where all of a sudden like you're doing hits with everyone, and you're doing. I don't know. That's something to think about. Or you could do 1, 2, 2, 2. No, I'm just kind of doodling, but that's actually kind of a decent idea. Or even if we started the song with and then later on in the song when we repeat it, we do something like that. That actually might be kind of interesting. But we have to come up with like a B section here first. So right now we have come up with something else. I like this. I like how it ends on this. And the reason why I like that is because it's a D flat major chord, which is the relative minor of B flat, or relative major of B flat minor, which is what the song is in. So the song is in B flat minor. And the relative major is D flat. So it's kind of cool to end on that and to start the new thing. Just but we have is always the toughest part for me. Is a bridge section. Because like what I would do is I would just like I'm gonna throw in all the weird chords. Every weird chord I know, I'm just gonna throw it in there and just see what happens, right? So like I was gonna do, you know. And then back to somehow. But you can't do that. You have to have some sort of semblance of structure in a song. Even weird songs that are in that are mostly improvised or like free jazz stuff, they have some semblance of something. You know, you have to have some sort of control over what you're doing, or else it's just going to sound like crap. So, even if the song itself is like super free and you can just do whatever you want, it still has to have some sort of structure. And this song is not like that, so it's structured. So it has to have. You can't just kind of like play whatever. We also don't have really a melody in this, sort of, just the... What if... might have something there. This is a little bit more like straightforward, but let's try this. If I can remember it. Shit, no, I don't remember it. I'm gonna have to listen back to it because I honestly do not remember what it was that I just played. This is the other problem. The good thing I'm recording it though, because then I can listen back to it and play it. I know the end was something like... But anyways, you kind of get the sense of what I'm doing, right? Of course, now they're delivering stuff to the bar downstairs. But yeah, you kind of get the sense of what I'm doing. I'm going to go back after I'm done streaming. I'm going to go back and listen to that and write that down, just so I have it for next time. But for now, we're going to move on to something different. So this will be Project 6 now. I may even have to cut the stream short just to remember it, because if I don't, I will not go back and listen to it. So what I'm going to do next is another one of my ideas out of the old idea phone. So let me grab my phone real quick. I think I put it in over here. Okay. And just so you kind of understand what I'm doing with this, what I will do often, what I've been doing for years, is if I have an idea for a song, I'll record it on my phone, and then I'll just kind of forget about it. So I put them all into a folder called Ideas, and I've just been kind of going backwards from like my first idea, like when in like 2013 till now. I just kind of quickly listen to it and see what it is. Okay. So we're on 3, like the third idea. So let's see what this is. Okay. So I don't know why this is in the idea folder. It's not an idea. All of this is me playing a song, like a legit song. Same thing. This is another song. It's a really sick song. And if I can remember it, it's sick. Now I want to know what it is. Do do do. I don't actually remember the name of the song either, which kind of sucks. But boo. Nah, that's not it. So that's one of the chords then. That was it. It goes. I don't know what the first chord is. I think it's. I don't think that's it though. Yeah. I don't think it's that though. Okay, so. That's weird. So what it was is it's C major, right? And I don't remember the name of the song. It starts with an M. I think it's Monturo or Montuno or it's something like that. And it's actually played with like a vibraphonist, and it's really really cool. So get you in the mood or in the mindset. Even though vibraphones don't go that low, but. It's C major, E minor, C7, G major. It seems super basic, right? It's just. But it's cool. was cool though. But that was the song. I spent like half the time just playing that now. It's like already like 1:41. I have to like leave in like 15 minutes. Or no, what time is it? Oh, it's 1:24. Never mind. I think it's like 1:40 something. Okay. What's the next thing on the list? Oh, this is Star Eyes. Why do I have all these things? Okay, so my senior year, we'll bring this up. My senior year, I had to do a recital. Being a music major, that's what you do. Your senior year, you do a recital. So I did my recital half classical and half jazz. That doesn't matter. Half classical and half jazz. So I practiced the jazz part a lot because I wanted that one to be the best part. It was the end. It was like the first half was classical and the second half was jazz. So there were a couple songs I was like sure I wanted to do. One of them was called Time Remembered. It's my favorite song to play ever. Love playing that song. It's so much fun. It's written by Bill Evans, who's my favorite jazz piano player. My favorite piano player in general, honestly. I'm gonna refresh the stream real quick. And it's now it's a lot slower than that, and but the reason I like it so much is because all of the chords, there's like no 5 chords. It's all 1 chords in major or minor, or like some semblance of a 2 chord. I think there's 1. I'll go through it. Nope. Minor, major, major, minor, both minor, minor, major, minor, 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 major, minor. So that's why I like that song so much, is because there was no fifths. It was like all pure sounding chords, right? So I really liked that song, and the song's called Time Remembered, and to me it fits it perfectly. So that's on my phone. And then the other thing is Star Eyes, which is like one of the first jazz songs I learned how to play, which is this. It was like one of the first jazz songs I ever learned how to play, and I loved it. So that was also on my senior recital. And so I practiced them a lot, and that's why they were on my phone, and that's why I'm coming up with ideas and stuff to record. Sometimes I will look to those for ideas for new songs because of the improvisation that I used at the time. Nothing, like, in my opinion, at least like for me, nothing brings out your creativeness than being like incredibly tired at night by yourself, like in a dark area. Like you just have to come up with stuff. And I used to play these songs with no lights on, and I would just go into like a recital hall, turn all the lights off in the recital hall, and just open up the piano and play it. And so I'd be saying in the dark because it just. The other thing too is like if you're in the dark, you miss notes more often. So when you miss notes, it ends up being something really cool sometimes that you don't think would work with that song, and it's like, oh wait, actually sounds kind of cool. If I missed a note on accident, or if I did something like oh, that worked out. Like you can find ways to make it work out. It's bizarre, but like it's helped me out so much, even just with writing stuff. And the other thing too is like when I play, this is why it's tougher. Like it's cringy for me to watch myself on stream because I make really strange faces when I play music, especially when I'm in the zone and I'm playing. Like I can control myself just. But usually I'm dancing around, I'm making weird faces, I'm like smiling, and I look really goofy. So being in the dark, I don't like think about it as much, I guess. But anyways, we're gonna continue on with the phone ideas, trying to come up with something or finding stuff that I had recorded in the past to use as writing material. This is literally just an intro I came up with for Star Eyes. The exact same thing. I'm assuming this is also Star Eyes. No. This is something that I did previously. I'll bring it up on the music cam. Literally, it's one of the things that I did. Right there. Recorded it yesterday. This is my like 2 against 3 thing that I was doing. Sounds like yeah, which was just something I kind of discovered. Just oh wait, this is Song of Storms. So that's what that was. I guess I have multiple recordings of that. I didn't even realize. It's amazing what you find in your like videos section on your phone that you wouldn't have even remembered recording. Let's see what this one is. Oh! This is awesome. So this is something that I came up with a while ago. And the first thing that came to mind when I heard this is, this sounds like sim music when you're building. Everyone knows like the sim music. that's like typical sim music that like when you're building, and then there's that. And then it's like something like. Whatever, like that. It's like one of the other Sim songs. So this was like a Sim song that I came up with. Pretty simple. It's just 2 chords. Then I came up with. Like was building it and stuff, but yeah, that's all it is. And actually, no, we gotta write this down. This is a cool one, and that's all I did. That's all it was just these 2 chords back and forth. However, I will define this as sim music, and I will also put in brackets build mode, because for me, and I'm sorry I'm left-handed and I have to cover everything that I do. And just so that you can see it from both angles. God, I'm terrible at that, aren't I? And it's just D flat. Well, I don't even really know if I should put out a key signature right now, because I don't know. I probably should. It's really a D flat major, but it goes between the 2 quite often. This is supposed to be on A. This is then on G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's in 4. Barely. But this was like my idea of like what I would have written for The Sims. So we have extremely simple stuff here. Just C, and then that would be A, and this would be F. And at the bottom it's just F, D, A, D. Real simple. And then it goes down from there to B, natural, F, sharp, B, natural again. Oh, I did it. Oh goodness. Oh, God. I did that wrong. We have F sharp, B again. And then here we have, I guess it would be A sharp, and D sharp. That's A, that's F. I literally have to do that sometimes. That's all it is. Over and over again. And then it's just vamp. And that's all it was it was that freaking simple. Like there was nothing more to it than that. Okay. Just every once in a while I do that. Every once in a while. That would be vamped, and then you got this. thing. So you kind of get the gist. And that would be kind of like the turnaround. This. And I kind of use that as like a big turnaround type thing, just kind of to remind myself like where I'm at, you know. But yeah, and really, you only need piano for that, really, you know. So what I'm gonna do, just so that I can hear it for myself, is I'm gonna just type in the Sims build mode, and we're just gonna listen to one of them, all 6 tracks for 10 hours straight. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm gonna turn my mic off so that I can hear it, because if I don't, then the speakers are going to play through to this mic, and it's going to double it, and it's going to sound like shit. So just take a listen to this real quick. We're going to just kind of get a feel for it. So you see how, with this type of song, there's that going on, right? And then there's always some line going on in the right that's like a continuously long, it's like a run-on sentence. This, and then it always ends just. Always. That's how it works. That's like, I like have to sit there and just go. it's very simple. It's E major, and then it's A major with C in the bass. Right? It's A major, but C sharp's in the bass, and then D major, or which is this is just like a D. This is just D major 7, whatever, and then like that. And the cool thing is, you can just use the A major scale and solo around it. It doesn't work so well with the E, but if you say you do E, what would it be? E Lydian? No, E. Not Lydian. What's after Lydian? Oh, God. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian. E Mixolydian. Which is just playing the A major scale, but you start on E. If you do that the whole time, it sounds exactly the same. Same exact thing is Mixolydian. Thank you for that. Yeah, same thing. So that's kind of what I was going for, because I wanted like that long, repetitive, type of thing with. Same sort of deal there as you can even do that, which is it's ending the 2 with D2 or D9. It's D major. But it's the same sort of deal. Is I wanted to be able to have this like kind of Sims like thing with this. A lot of Sim songs too will have this big build into something, kind of like which was my idea of that, basically. So that was my whole thought process when I was coming up with that. Charlie Brown? Well, this actually is if only it was, it's that part, that's the same chord as my second chord. And that could even be something in the song. Just the music playing in the background. Yeah. That's another idea. That's another thing that this could be implemented into. And as many ideas as you can come up with. It's really, too, I mean, I can say, like, it goes well here, it goes well here. But eventually, when this gets, when this gets recorded and edited and thrown on a website for people to look at, it's no longer like, this is how I thought it was going to look like. People will be able to pick it out and say, it sounds like this. It sounds like it fits here. It sounds like it fits here. And that's the beauty of it. And kind of the whole point of it is that it's not just what I think it will fit into. It's what anyone could think it will fit into. Because obviously they're not going to be like, hey, so we have a Sims game coming out. We're going to use this because you think it sounds like The Sims. That's not the point. The point of this whole process that I'm doing, this whole streaming thing, this whole writing music thing, is to eventually get all of this into a big portfolio and distribute it to people so that I could say, hey, I'd like to interview for your company as a music, whatever. Here's what I've been doing the past year. Like, this is all of it. This is like the hundreds of songs I've written the past year. If they sound good, sweet. If you don't think I can use some work on them, let me know. See what I can use to, all that stuff. And that's kind of the whole goal of this. Instead of spending, $100,000 going somewhere to like learn it, I know enough about music that the writing part's not hard. It's the editing that I'm gonna need to work on, but I can figure it out. It won't be the worst thing in the world. But that's kind of the whole fun of it. Is like people will be able to kind of pop in and be like, hey, that sounds like this, and you can just kind of, oh, that's sick that you came up with that idea. That it sounds like that. I just realized. That just works. It even works with this. B minor. Cool. It's fun, just like bouncing ideas off people and just getting a reaction, kind of seeing what it's like. Let's see. I don't have much time left, and in fact, I probably should just wrap things up because I have people coming over to the apartment in like a few minutes, and so I kind of have to. I can't have this keyboard here because like the door's right there. You walk in and you just see this keyboard. And it's just kind of in the way, and there's like gonna be 6, 7 people in here. This apartment's not that big. It's like 100 square foot per person. So, it's not the biggest apartment. It's fun. It's a nice little place for just me. But for 7 people, it's not. So, I have some cleaning up to do and some things to do. It's the weekend. It's not going to... The thing is, too, with streaming on the weekend, it's just not going to happen as often. It'll happen. It won't be as long as, like, my streams during the week. Because the streams during the week are going to be treated like work days, essentially. So, now that everything is fixed with the computer, because there were some real issues with the computer that were screwing me up, it'd be Monday through Friday, like 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning, depending on volume of people, till about 1 or 2 in the morning, or 1 and 2 in the PM, in the afternoon, and we'll kind of just figure it out. We'll get something together. Right now, it'll be 9 every day, just kind of like a normal work schedule. And like I had said before, I think I put this down in my info section. But if I get a good following of people, get about 1,000 followers, something like that, I'll stream twice a day, and the second half will be games. Because again, that's kind of what Twitch is about, is playing games. And honestly, when it comes to streaming, that's what I wanted to do first, was play games on stream. And so that would be if I get a decent following of people that come in and want to see me, I'll also do that too, and just keep building from there. So thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. I know it was a little short. Tomorrow, it's a Sunday. If I do stream, it'll be in the morning, and I don't know how long it will be. I'm not sure how long it will be that I will stream tomorrow. If I do, but just check my Twitter, and it will have everything on there. So thank you guys for coming on. I'll leave you with another song. This is actually a local band that's pretty sick. And yeah, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it, and see you tomorrow. And if not, I'll be back Monday.